Jumlah korban penembakan pada Selasa lalu di sebuah SD di South Texas, Amerika Serikat bertambah menjadi 18 orang anak dan 3 orang dewasa. Dalam kasus ini, tersangka penembak yang adalah seorang remaja putra juga tewas dalam kejadian tersebut.
Tindakan kekerasan sekelompok anak di bawah umur ini beredar dan juga viral di media sosial. Salah satu orang tua korban kekerasan melaporkan kejadian tersebut kepada pihak kepolisian. Menurut pengakuan korban, para pelaku tidak menerima perilaku korban saat melakukan siaran langsung di media sosial.
Aksi liar sejumlah remaja laki-laki dan wanita yang tengah asik berjoget di kawasan Stasiun Sudirman, Duku Atas, Jakarta Pusat, viral di media sosial. Selain memperagakan gerakan erotis yang bisa membangkitkan syahwat pria.
Inilah hasil rekaman kamera pengintai atau CCTV yang menunjukkan 2 orang remaja yang mencuri kotak amal di masjid Minggu dini hari di Jalan Kayu Aro, Kabupaten Solok, Sumatera Barat.
Welcome to Channel 24 News. This is the late night edition. I'm Adawia Kamis. 2 cops die while chasing illegal races at Silk Highway. 2 policemen were killed in a road accident while chasing illegal motorcycle races at Kajang Silk Highway early this morning.
Dalam video amatir yang berdurasi 29 detik ini, 2 remaja perempuan terlibat perkelahian yang disaksikan oleh teman-temannya di sebuah lahan kosong. Dua kelompok remaja terlibat tawuran di Jalan Raya Karangsatria, Desa Seriamur, Tambun Utara, Kabupaten Bekasi.
Satu dari 3 remaja yang diduga melakukan pencabulan ini ditangkap di kediamannya di wilayah Kecamatan Kota Agung, Tanggamus, Lampung. Bersama 2 pelaku lain, remaja ini dilaporkan oleh korban yang mengaku telah disetubuhi secara bergiliran.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Mr. Firdaus and all his friends. Praise and gratitude, let us pray to the presence of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. By His grace, we can gather together in good health and without anything lacking. Not to forget, our salawat and greeting always go to the Lord of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to his family, friends, to all of us, and to all of his people until Yaumul Qiyamah later. Okay, on this occasion, I will deliver my speak about juvenile delinquents. As we know, juvenile delinquents is not a new thing in society. Juvenile delinquents are a continuation of a social behavior pattern that begin in children. Many people liken this group of teenagers to a ticking time bomb, which can explode at any time if not handled carefully and properly. In the era of modernization, juvenile delinquents over time continues to develop along with the influence of globalization that enter without being filtered by teenagers. Adolescence is a transition first before a person enters adulthood. A person can be said to be a teenager when they are 17 years old. In this first, a person will search for his identity. That when generally teenagers will try new things in their life and there will be many emotional changes to the emergence of problems, but from the family or social environment. Juvenile delinquents can occur due to failure to control themselves and emotional during their development. Because of this failure of self-control that encourages adolescents to take defiant action. One form of juvenile delinquency that often occurs, say violence, bullying, smoking, promiscuity, and other than violent norms. In the era of globalization, technological development not only have positive impact on users, but can also have a negative impact in if they are not used properly. For teenagers who still cannot control their emotional and do not understand the difference between good and bad, the act of accessing the internet can lead them to negative things, such as accessing pornographic video or doing cyberbullying, which is a form of bullying that attacks one's mind. Juvenile delinquents are an outlet for the problem faced by teenagers. This adolescent deviant behavior can be caused by internal factor of adolescence and external factor of adolescence. Internal factors in adolescence include self-discovery phase. Entering puberty, usually teenagers will are transition process from childhood to adolescence. Will look for what kind of character in their identity. Currently, they are going toward a phase where there will be a crisis of character formation until rather they get their own identity. In addition, weak self-control can also be an internal factor for teenagers to commit delinquency. Even though the family has given the right direction and upbringing, sometimes a teenager has a weakness in self-control. This because they have not been able to control their emotion and curiosity well, so easily fall into juvenile delinquency. While external factor can come from the family as the main factor that has a most influence and the ground of adolescent character. Family is the first environment they knew from childhood to adulthood because parenting will determine how the character of teenager is formed. The silence masked in parenting does not rule out the possibility that later it will bring teenagers to more severe delinquency if there is no improvement in the better of character education from parents who are the first educator for their children. On the other hand, a pattern of education that is too hard can also trigger children to rebel and commit delinquency. So that more understanding is needed when it will form a children's character. Then, family conditions they are not harmonious are also very influential and adolescent because if the family is no longer harmonious, a child will lack love. Then it leads to delinquency, which is a form of outlet so this his parents pay more attention to him. Social factor and social environment can also influence teenagers to do storage. So that at times there must a need for communication between parents and children. So did they understand how to behave and respond to problems in socializing? Then, the storage factor for teenagers can also be caused by lack of religious understanding, so they cannot distinguish between good and bad. Economic problems also cause teenagers to commit acts of delinquency that lead to crime, suicide, or death. Then, development of information technology can also be a factor that needs more attention because if there is no attention from teenagers in using technology, it will become uncontrollable for them to receive content of social media without filter. Juvenile delinquency does bring with a troubling problem, but that does not mean juvenile delinquency cannot be prevented and overcome. So, the role of parent and environment or social environment plays an important role in preventing deviation in adolescence, so that later can filter for themselves which influence are good and bad for them. Do not let children do this storage. Scolding them is also pointless because all they need is love and guidance from adults. Therefore, understand the factor of delinquents. Don't suddenly go and ignore them because of his behavior that is considered inappropriate. Hopefully, what has been conveyed can be useful for all us. Amin ya rabbal alamin. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thought I found a way. Thought I found a way, yeah. But you never go away. So I guess I gotta stay now. Oh, I hope someday I'll make it out of it, even if it takes all night. Oh, 100 years need a place to hide, but I can't find one near what I feel alive outside. I can't find my fear. Isn't it lovely? Alone, heart made of glass, my mind of stone. Tear me to pieces, skin and bone. Hello, welcome home. Walking out of time, looking for a better place. Something's on my mind, always in my empty space. But I know someday I'll make it out of it, even if it takes all night. Oh, 100 years need a place to hide, but I can't find one that wanna feel alive outside. I can't find my fear. Isn't it lovely? All alone, heart made of glass, my mind of stone. Tear me to pieces, skin and bone. Hello, welcome home.
집에서 상처받으면 아이들은 자신을 학대해요. 평소에는 안 했을 범죄를 저지른다거나 나쁜 아이들과 어울리는 식으로. 본인들도 알아요. 하면 안 된다는 거. 알면서 하는 거죠. 나를 학대하는 게 내 고통이 가정에도 상처가 되길 바라면서.
그 피 흘리신 거 좋아하냐고요? 사람 청소년 회복센터.
나 좀 봐달라고. 나 힘들다고. 왜 몰라보냐고. 사실 대부분 비행이 시작점은 가정이거든요.
처음부터 애들 내쫓을 생각은 없었어요. 그냥 센터만 망했으면.
I want you to know it's a little fucked up that I'm stuck here waiting. At times debating, telling you that I've had it with you and your career. Me and the rest of the family here singing Where'd You Go?